Okay, welcome back everyone to Campfire Spookhouse. I'm Scary Terry and this is
Rock horror.
And today we are recording the review for episode 25, The Thing from Another World, from 1951. Directed by Christian Nibby. Writer is Charles Lederer. And uncredited writers are Howard Hawks and Ben Hett. It stars Margaret Sheridan as Nikki Nicholson, Kenneth Tobey as Captain Patrick Hendry, Robert Cornthwaite as Dr. Arthur Carrington, Douglas Spencer as Ned Scotty Scott, and James Arness as The Thing.
Okay.
Yes, and the plot summary to this is scientists and American Air Force officials fend off a bloodthirsty alien organism while at a remote Arctic outpost. Its budget was $1.3 million it started at. It ended up increasing to $1.6 million because of reshoots and weather conditions.
Gotcha.
And its box office return was $1.95 million in U.S. rentals.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what did you think?
I think we should have watched this one before we watched Carpenter's Thing.
And I really wish I would have known about this one before I mentioned Carpenter's Thing.
Spoiler alert, it was a bit of a letdown. I expected more. Now, I didn't expect it to be full of special effects. It's 1951. I didn't expect it to be, but knowing older movies were heavy on story and acting, I thought that it was going to be like it. It started off promising enough.
It did.
It started off promising enough, kind of world building, character development, getting to know exactly what this thing was. The similar situation where they bring the thing in from outside. It's defrosting.
Yes.
Of course, once again, it's older, so you don't really see the thing. At the beginning, it's like shadows and barely, and it's off in the distance, like all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with all of that because I get it. It's like cameras were the size of small cars back then, and there's no shaky cam. So you would have to focus on story in order to really get this off in the right direction.
Yes.
But regardless of all of that, the build up to the final reveal of the thing, it was just kind of a letdown. It was, and I get it. It's 1951, and this is why I say we probably should have watched this movie first, because it just seemed like a guy who was bigger than regular people in some black clothes, with a mask from like what's one of those Halloween stores?
Oh, like Party City or something.
That's what it seemed. It seemed like
it's
fill in the blank alien from Party City, and it's just one of your taller friends.
Pretty much, who looks like he's just trying to scare you on Halloween night.
And once again, that would be okay if they kept it kind of mysterious.
Yeah.
Towards the end, when they were like fighting, even the movements of when they threw the thing to kind of get. When they threw one, for people who didn't know, they set up a trap for the thing, and the thing needed to step in a certain part of the walking path, in order to be electrocuted. That was a trap to electrocute the thing, because in this movie the thing was like a plant-based organism from another planet.
Yeah, pretty much.
So once they realized it was a plant, they knew that one way that they could kill this plant is to like electrocute it, like make it.
Well, they tried burning him first, and that didn't work because he ended up escaping. So then they're like, "Oh, we can use electricity."
Yeah, it's basically something that could, I suppose, keep pressure. If you electrocuted a plant, it would wither and die. Yes. So that was the plan. So it was the movement. It was first the slow movement, kind of Frankensteinish.
Very much so, actually.
Not Frankenstein. That was the doctor. What was the name of the actual monster? Just like the monster.
His creature.
Yeah. So the creature. It was that steady movement. But when one of the guys, we used to like throw an axe or something, towards his feet.
To get him to step onto the platform.
He literally like just stepped
over
just jumped. He just did this little jump that was clearly the jump of just a man,
just any regular
who was dodging something, throwing at his feet. I was like, it was strange. Granted, 1951. I have to keep things in perspective.
And it was at the time, people might have been scared when they seen it. And
that's why you have to keep things.
It.
That's why you have to keep things in perspective. This was probably really scary at a time because, once again, we should have watched this one first.
But it's also kind of like a campy B-movie style horror sci-fi film from the 50s, which I was going into expecting. Yeah. But what threw me off was this plant-like alien creature as opposed to a shapeshifter, which is what I thought it was going to be because we just watched that in The Thing. I think it's cool thinking about it that they changed that dynamic in the story for John Carpenter's The Thing, which made it more frightening, more terrifying, more mysterious.
I was hoping that the concept for shapeshifting was a part of the original.
Same.
Because it would make sense with the limited budget and whatnot. You don't need to show shapeshifting.
Yeah.
You just need to present any of the people as it just say that it has taken on this form.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing. Like, how many people died? Did anybody die, or was it just like the dog?
No, the dog and the two guys hanging upside down from the ceiling.
So 2 guys and the dogs died, and then once again, 1951.
More so, like what threw me off was a lot of the attacks from The Thing is just kind of like shoving people and pushing them out of the way. But here's the thing about that which throws me off.
There's a thing about that thing.
There's a thing about that thing. So the thing about that thing is that it's like he's this towering, menacing figure who can just shove people out of the way. But at the very end, when he's about to step on this platform or whatever, there was that door at the end that he opened up, and it was like blocked off and like barricaded. And he knocked down those barricades, like that tall piece of wood. And then because of his towering figure and the fact he could just throw somebody so far, he felt he still had to pick up one of the pieces of wood to attack him.
Yeah, he's like,
this will do some extra damage.
I can easily murder everyone here, but I'm gonna pick up
that piece of wood. Yeah, like I'm like, dude, you don't need that. But like, okay, so that kind of made him, this towering figure, to me appear as though he's actually smaller.
Yeah,
like I feel like one good kick in the balls might have just
toys. And the thing is, they talked up this being's strength and whatever so much. That's probably what did it. Is that once again, it was good. Okay, it was good writing.
Yeah, it was.
It was good acting.
It was
in like typical 1950s old black and white movie tradition. The actors, even though I don't know any of them from anything,
I've never seen them before.
It was solid acting. It was solid storytelling. The execution is where that happens.
But I think in the John Carpenter's The Thing, that's what I like so much about it, is they weren't talking the thing up so much. Like, you learned as you kind of went along, and you saw like the destruction he was leaving behind and what he was doing. With this one, they explained too much.
I think it speaks to the time that it came out.
Yeah.
Remember, 1951. How many movies were out in 1951?
There was like horror movies, like Dracula had been out, Frankenstein, but like not movie, like.
But what I'm saying is, compared to 1982, how many movies, especially horror movies, basically audiences became smarter, and they become smarter as time goes on.
Yeah.
So instead of literally just dumping out all this information to explain what's happening, like you had to do for your grandparents or great grandparents, now they get that you're stuck someplace, there's a scary thing, you don't have to explain as much. And so because the audience is smarter. So because the audience is smarter and you don't have to explain as much, the pace and everything, it can be increased. And so the kind of language of filmmaking changes. And this is, I get it in some instances why younger people don't like watching older movies. We appreciate.
I love older.
We
film
appreciate them,
classics.
but
They're
if you think about what we're just describing and what our experience is in this particular movie, that's probably how people think about older black and white movies. They
in general.
they don't appreciate the pace. There's so many things about it that they don't appreciate. It's the first time when watching an older black and white movie that I felt this way.
Yeah. And a lot of things were just, largely implied in this movie, but I would have liked to. I would have liked to have seen him hang those dudes up on the ceiling.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen him attack the other guy who
Did
was
we even
alive.
see them hanging up? We just heard
Not
about
once.
it.
You just hear about it.
Yeah.
But, I get it. It's also cheaper on a budget, too, if you're not going to, show it or whatever. But a lot of things were implied. It wasn't a scary movie, and
No.
I wasn't even intimidated by the thing itself, and maybe I would have if they hadn't talked him up so much. I feel like that kind of took a little bit out
The truth
for
is,
me.
I don't know how tall these people were. The guy seems like he might be I don't know, 6'4", 6'5", something like that, and the rest of the people are
5'10", 5'9".
yeah. So it's a bigger than average guy. It's a tall guy. It's a big guy.
Yeah.
And he's just going around hitting people, and that can be intimidating. That can be very intimidating.
Yeah.
It was the execution, the way that they did it. Wasn't pulled off.
But the one thing I will say is the last encounter with that thing scene before the end scene. So when they were still in that room, and then they were kind of that's when they were gonna burn him. And he came through the door or whatever, and I had told you the music that they were building up for the scene was really well done.
Yes.
And that scene I found to be kind of intense. Even when they actually set him on fire.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty good.
You are correct in that the first instance, the first kind of trap that they set up for him, it wasn't really a trap. They didn't have time, but when they did the quickest thing they could to prepare for him, that was a better scene.
I thought it was a very good scene.
And I appreciate,
appreciate,
it was, and I appreciated how they turned off the lights. There's a lot of turning off of lights.
Yeah.
And I get it. It's a device, a way to, I suppose, take away from, as I said, the Party City mask, and just the black clothes, on the actual person playing the thing. So to turn off the lights and then set them on fire, that really was the coolest image in the movie.
I also feel like because that was the first kind of attacking scene that really you see of him, they put a lot of focus into that scene to make it be done as well as it was. But I feel like they should have added either the same amount of focus or more at the very end scene, the last final encounter with him. Because that was the best part about the movie, and then the rest of it just.
So what do you think? Do you think that it was the third act is really what let it down?
Yeah, because it started out really well, and especially because of showing the dogs and this was Alaska, but cold setting, you see the snow everywhere. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be very similar to what we just watched with the John Carpenter movie. And then they just talk and talk and talk and talk, and every now and then you see, oh, here's the thing's arm, and ooh, that's pretty scary, I guess. And then it was, okay, he's made of plants. Clearly this is a plant, and he drains their blood, and that's how he feeds himself. And it's it didn't hit those notes that we typically look for in films. I think the music I liked the music for that scene, but I think that was that scene is really the best part about the movie that I enjoyed most. I don't think there's anything else really that grabs me to be oh, this is a classic. I would recommend this. This is great.
No. This is on the list. Once again, I wouldn't watch this again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't watch this again. It is a B movie.
And I appreciate it for that. I do.
Yeah, definitely. But no, I wouldn't watch it again. It is. This is the type of movie that if I wasn't reviewing it, I'm not sure I would watch the whole way through.
Right.
And if I was watching it late at night, I'd probably fall asleep.
Like I was saying, I think this film is just mediocre at best. It doesn't grab me. It's not as exciting or intense as John Carpenter's The Thing was.
No.
It's meh.
Yeah. Yeah. That's yes. Yeah.
Exactly. See, like, and you want to give it a little more credit because you do appreciate it for being that sort of B average movie, but it really did nothing for me.
Yeah.
So I think because of that, honestly, this might be my lowest rating to give the movie for anything we've done so far. But I think I give it, out of 5 jump scares, I think I'd give it a 3. Like, I kind of want to say 2.5, but I think because I do appreciate, you know, lower budget films and it being B movie, I think 3 jump scares out of 5 is what I give it.
I'm not gonna be so nice.
Okay.
For me, this movie is also my lowest rating.
Yep.
I don't think it has enough redeeming qualities. Once again, there's another version of this movie
That's so much better.
that is so much better. So, if it literally comes down to, maybe there's an aspect that I have to include, which is, did I just waste my time? The waste my time meter.
And it feels sad that you feel that way, because, like, me too, honestly.
It's the waste my time meter, and this is high on my waste my time meter. So, so for this movie, I'm giving it a 2.
Okay.
2 out of 5 jump scares,
And
because
3
it
out
was
of 5 for me.
because it was not scary,
No.
and
Which is fine, because not every
Yeah.
scary movie you watch, like, has to be scary to you. But there's just...
it wasn't scary. There wasn't. I didn't really see the horror, and every time, it's like, you know, classic volleyball bump set spike. There was a lot of bumping and setting, and no spikes.
Yeah.
This is the problem. There was no payoff in this movie,
Yeah.
and that I can't.
Well, you have 2 jump scares from Rock Horror, 3 from me, but perhaps maybe your opinion on the movie differs.
You know what that means? That means that collectively it was a 5.
There you go. So let us know what you guys think of The Thing from Another World. Let us know what you guys think of John Carpenter's The Thing, which I think was stellar.
We both do.
Yeah. But let us know what you guys think about the movie. We're going to be recording a review next for Talk to Me, an Australian film from 2022, more recently.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. In the meantime, we're signing off. I'm Scary Terry. This guy here is
Rock Horror.
And we are Campfire Spookhouse, where we scare ourselves awake. Till next time, guys.